Exclusive! Postecoglou sack is sealed. Tottenham are approaching the Premier League manager in the hope of a double deal that includes one of their stars. Welcome back to Tottenham News Today channel. Tottenham have reportedly approached Crystal Palace manager Oliver Glasner, while they also want to bring one of his Eagles stars through the door. Spurs are having a woeful season by their usually lofty standards. Only once in the last 14 seasons have they finished outside the top 7 in the Premier League. That was 2 seasons ago, and Ange Postecoglou turned things around in his first season at the club, engineering a 5th place finish after Tottenham came 8th the season prior. The Australian boss talked a big game about always winning something in his second season, yet his side are currently 14th in the Premier League, and their only chance of silverware is in the Europa League. Pressure on Postecoglou is ramping up amid the belief that if that trophy isn't lifted, his head will be on the chopping block. Amid the concern over the manager, TBRFootball reports Spurs have made an approach for Palace boss Glasner. It's stated that enquiry is to gauge what Glasner is currently thinking about his future, with his situation far from concrete. It's believed the Eagles boss is currently stalling on a new contract as he awaits an answer from Steve Parish on the club's long-term plans. Glasner is not the only Palace man being looked at by Tottenham. A separate TBRFootball report states Spurs are huge admirers of left-back Tyrick Mitchell and have decided to push for his signature this summer. As such, it's conceivable that Spurs could land 2 Palace men this summer. Glasner is unlikely to say no to the chance to sign Mitchell if he does head through the door at Tottenham. Mitchell has played all 30 of Palace's Premier League games so far this season, so his manager is clearly a fan. And with the Spurs board already fans of the left back, the move could be one everyone gets on board with. Tottenham Hotspur have discovered that they will have to shatter their transfer record if they want to stand a chance of winning the race for Adam Wharton and welcome the Crystal Palace star to Hotspur Way during the summer transfer window, GIVEMESPORT sources have revealed. Tottenham will have to pay a record-breaking fee in order to sign Wharton during the summer, according to GIVEMESPORT sources, as Crystal Palace are threatening to increase their demands to in the region of £80 million as a result of him gaining widespread interest from Premier League rivals and overseas. Dominic Solanke became the most expensive acquisition in Spurs history when he completed a £65 million switch from Bournemouth in August. But it has become clear that the North Londoners will have to be prepared to part with significantly more than that figure in order to raid Selhurst Park for their central midfielder in the coming months. Although GIVEMESPORT sources have been informed that Tottenham are among the sides keen on landing Wharton, having seen him fight back from injury to make himself one of the first names on the Crystal Palace team sheet, they are facing a fresh stumbling block due to his current employer's rising valuation. The England international's contract situation is in danger of complicating matters for Spurs, as the Eagles are not under pressure to cash in thanks to there still being 4 years remaining on a deal which allows him to pocket £35,000 per week. But they have decided to continue contemplating whether to steal a march on other suitors. Wharton's adaptation from life in the Championship with boyhood club Blackburn Rovers to featuring regularly in the Premier League has not gone unnoticed, resulting in Tottenham being among a host of sides to have been sending scouts to track his progress. Tottenham Hotspur are confident that they are well placed to win the race for an England international this summer, even though he has received offers from nearly a dozen clubs around Europe. The player in question is Ange Postecoglou, who is set to leave Lille on a free transfer. And unsurprisingly, a number of clubs are thought to be ready to jump at the chance to secure his services. It has been widely reported over recent weeks that Tottenham are leading the race for Gomes, even though several other sides want him. And now a fresh update has revealed what the feeling at Hotspur Way is regarding the race for the 24-year-old. TBRFootball have now claimed that Gomes has been the subject of approaches from nearly a dozen clubs from Europe's top leagues. However, the outlet says that Spurs moved to the front of the queue to sign the midfielder a long time ago and are confident that they will be able to bring the player to N17. In fact, the outlet says that Lillywhites have already made an offer to the Lille man and are hopeful that the deal they offered is enough to persuade the player to sign on the dotted line. TBRFootball also revealed that Tottenham Hotspur's scouts were in attendance at the Groupama Stadium on Saturday to watch Angel Gomes in action against Lyon. The outlet backs up what we have already heard from other sources over recent weeks by crediting Spurs with an interest in Jonathan David and Lyon attacking midfielder Ryan Cherki, explaining that the representatives from the North London club were also there to watch those two. David, like Gomez, will be a free agent this June, while Cherki is thought to be valued at £25 million amidst interest from Tottenham and other English sides. That wraps up today's update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay in the loop with all things Tottenham, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for our latest content. Be sure to give this video a like and share it with fellow Spurs supporters. Let's grow the Tottenham News Today community together. Thanks for tuning in, and as ever, come on you Spurs.